In today's video we will be diving into the world of Total War Warhammer 3 and summarize all the available races. With a total of 24 playable races, each with their own unique units, abilities and playstyle, it can be overwhelming for new players to choose which faction to play. Therefore, in this video we will provide a simple summary of each race to help you decide which faction to lead to victory. So without further ado, let's begin. The Dwarfs are a proud and ancient race, known for their prowess in war and craftsmanship. They live in underground halls beneath the mountains and keep a record of every grudge in a book. Their army consists mostly of heavily armored infantry, powerful artillery and advanced war machines. Greenskins are a group of unruly warriors, including orcs, goblins and other similar races, who live in wild areas and love to fight. Occasionally they come together in a great invasion called the Wa. Their army consists of poorly disciplined infantry, boar-riding cavalry, and monsters such as trolls and giant spiders. The empire is based on the Holy Roman Empire. They are proud and built on gunpowder, steel and faith in Sigmar. Their army combines real-world elements like spearmen, knights, cannons, with fantasy elements like battle wizards, steam tanks and griffins. The Vampire Counts are a group of immortal vampires and human necromancers who use dark magic to raise the dead and summon creatures of the night to dominate the world. Their armies consist of hordes of zombies and skeletons, ghosts and bat-like monsters. Bretonnia is a nation of men based on Arthurian legend and medieval France. They are less technologically advanced than their neighbors, but are protected by their geography. Bretonnian society is divided between nobles, knights and peasants who live in squalor. Their armies consist of cheaper peasant units fighting alongside powerful knights. The Wood Elves are an elusive race of elves and forest spirits living in Athelloren. Their military consists of lightly armored but elite elven units, forest spirits and excellent archers. Beastmen are mutant creatures of chaos that are part human and part beast, filled with rage and primal instincts. They hate civilization, especially humans and Wood Elves. Their army consists mainly of fast-moving melee infantry and large monsters. They have low leadership and armor, but can be recruited in large numbers and are hard-hitting. The Warriors of Chaos are barbaric chaos worshippers from the far north who seek to bring ruin and destruction to the world. They have become less than human, and still more, due to corruption and mutation by the power of chaos. Their army consists of melee infantry, heavily armored chaos warriors, mutated monsters like two-headed chaos dragons, and demons gifted to them by chaos gods. The Norscan tribes are barbaric warriors who worship the chaos gods and raid the south to loot and destroy. Their army includes aggressive infantry, flexible monsters, and colossus mammoths. Though lightly armored and vulnerable to missile fire, they are fierce fighters. The Dark Elves are a savage and brutal race who were banished from their homeland. Their army is composed of highly skilled elite troops and monsters like hydras and dragons. They capture slaves for their economy and to offer as sacrifice for their gods. The High Elves are a proud and ancient race. Their military consists of a small number of highly disciplined elite troops, spellcasters and powerful beasts like dragons and phoenixes. They are skilled in diplomacy and trade, and can manipulate other factions to their advantage. Lizardmen are a society of cold-blooded creatures who live in ancient temple cities. They are accompanied in battle by powerful reptilian beasts resembling dinosaurs. They consider themselves the guardians of a divine order and are staunch enemies of chaos. The Skaven are a race of ratmen who live in a vast under-empire below the world. They are known for their viciousness and seek to bring ruin to the surface dwellers. They use large numbers of weak troops backed up by arcane artillery and mutant monsters to overwhelm their enemies. The Tomb Kings are an undead faction themed on ancient Egypt. The Tomb Kings seek to reclaim their lost glory and take revenge on their enemies. Their armies consist of skeleton soldiers, chariots and animated statues made of bone and stone. The Vampire Coast is a faction of undead pirates who roam the coast seeking treasure. They have an army composed of zombified pirates and monstrous creatures such as giant crabs. Kislev is a human nation located in the north. They have a strong military force that includes hybrid melee ranged units, powerful cavalry and bear units. They are known for their opposition to chaos. Grand Cathay is a large empire based on Imperial China with strong mythology elements. It is ruled by immortal dragons and is staunchly opposed to chaos. But it is isolated from potential allies due to its location in the Far East. They have constructed a great bastion on their northern border to keep enemies out. The Ogre Kingdoms are large and violent humanoids who are always hungry. Ogres have a great wanderlust, and their mercenaries, known as man-eaters, can be found in camps across the world. The Ogre Kingdoms are unique in that most units in their army are monstrous infantry, accompanied by various beasts and noblars. Khorne is a race of followers who worship the blood god, and seek to spill blood in his name. They excel in charging and melee combat, and their demons are resistant to spells. They have frequent battles to prove their worth in the eyes of their master. Nurgle is the chaos god of disease and decay. His followers embrace their own doom and spread disease and mutations to others. Nurgle's power waxes and wanes with the spreading of plagues. The Nurgle army has both demonic and mortal units with high health and melee defense. Slaanesh is the chaos god of excess and hedonism. Its followers are consumed by their own passions and practice war upon nations, inflicting misery to those who resist. The Slaanesh army has access to both demonic and mortal units, all of which have physical resistance and high speed. Tzeentch is the chaos god associated with magic and manipulation. The Tzeentch army excels at spellcasting and missile firepower. They also have a protective magical barrier that absorbs damage and can be replenished. Daemons of Chaos are a versatile faction that can mix forces of all the chaos gods, offering access to a large roster of units to cover most roles or specialize into one. Chaos Dwarfs are a warrior race of demon smiths, craftsmen and brutal killers. They are skilled in sorcery and obsessed with the control of hellish forces. Their armies are highly flexible, with a heavily armored frontline, cheap laborers, powerful war engines and cavalry. I hope this summary of the Total War Warhammer 3 races has given you a better understanding of the diverse factions available. Whether you prefer to lead the forces of good or evil, harness the power of magic or brute force, there is a race that will suit your playstyle. Remember, each race has its unique strengths and weaknesses, so experiment with different factions and find the one that suits you best. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.